Yesterday I was explaining the example number 10, and first question that agriculture income in Bangladesh taxable 19,000. Second point, open plot in Dharwad. Open plot in Dharwad 1,200 into 12, that is taxable. And third point, building near agriculture land is exempted from tax. This is already told yesterday. That means building situated in agriculture land is considered as agricultural income. Okay, simply remember this one. And next is quarrying phosphate, royalty 50 paise, stone raised 14,600 tons, and royalties 7,300, 450 is the allowable expense. Okay. And next is he has let machinery and furniture 3,000 per month. Spend 1,000, 6,000 depreciation. Total 7,000 allowable expense. Rent, annual rent is 36,000. I told this. Then he lives in a rented house. 2,000 is rent paid per month to the landlord. Sublet at the rate of 1,500. 40% portion less sublet. And 40% of the total expense are allowable. 40% of total expense is allowable. This is the point you remember. Then he received 70,000 lottery. Received means it is net. So you have to gross up. And last point I was explaining, borrowed 30,000 on 1/6/2019 from a bank at 18% per annum interest. He invested the money in purchase of debenture of a company. Debenture of a company. During the year, he has not yet received any interest on these debentures. This is the complicated term. You remember this very carefully. The expenses on exempted income are not allowed. This is the point you remember. Expenses on exempted income are not allowed. And 30,000 loan is taken for debentures of a company. So debenture, interest on debenture of a company is taxable. Interest on debenture of a company is taxable. Therefore, expense relating to this is also allowable. The income may received or may not received. Remember this point. Yesterday I may confused this. Today I cleared that if the exempted income related expense is there, that is not allowed. And taxable incomes expenses are allowable. in ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋ ಯಾವುದು ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಇರ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಇರ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಬಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರ ಅಲಾವ್ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಬಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಲಾವ್ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಇರ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರ್ಲಿ. ಆದ್ರ ಅಲಾವ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರ ಎಕ್ಸಮ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರ ಎಕ್ಸಮ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲಾವ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಡ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಯು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್. Okay, so interest 30,000 is the principal. Loan taken is on 1/6. From 1/6 to previous year end. From 1/6 to previous year end, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. I think it is 10 month. 10-month interest is allowable at the rate of 18%. You calculate at the rate of 18% and allow it. So you see the solution. First point, income from agriculture in Bangladesh, 19,000, it is taxable outside India. Rent from open plot, 14,400. 1,200 into 12, 14,400. Next is building in agriculture land. Building in agriculture land is exempted. Okay. And fourth point is royalty on stone quarry. 14,600 into 0.50, 7,300. Less allowable expense is 450. You deduct 450. Remaining answer is 6,850. 6,850 rupee. Fourth point. Then fifth point is rent on machinery and furniture per month is 3,000 into 12. 36,000 is the rent. Less allowable expenses. Allowable expenses are one is repair, second is depreciation. Depreciation 6,000, repair 1,000. Totally 7,000. You deduct 7,000, remaining is 29,000. 29,000 is income from machinery and furniture. And sixth point is rent from subletting. 1,500 is the subletting rent per month. Into 12, it is 18,000. 18,000 is the rent collected, and expenses relating to this portion is allowable. Expense relating to this portion is allowable. First important point is rent paid to landlord. Rent paid to landlord. Rent paid to landlord is 2,000 per month. 2,000 per month into 12 is the annual rent. Out of this, 40% is relating to let out portion. 40% is let out, therefore 40% expense you have to take. So 40% of this is 9,600 rent paid to landlord. And repairs is 5,500. 40% of 500 is 200 rupee. Then municipal tax is 1,000. Total house municipal tax is 1,000. 1,000 into 40% is 400. These are the expenses relating to that house. So total of this is 10,200. If you deduct 10,200, net income is 7,800. 7,800 is the net income from subletting. The next is winning from lottery. Winning from lottery, received amount is there in the problem. So received is always net. So 70,000 into 100 by 70, 1 lakh is the winning from lottery. Okay. You take the total of this, that is called as gross income from other source. 1,77,050. 1,77,050 is the gross. In that total, you deduct the interest on loan taken for purchase of debentures. Debenture investment is a taxable one. Therefore, related expense you deduct in the common. It is 4,500. If you deduct 4,500, income from other sources 1,72,550. This is the point you remember. ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೋರಿ. ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಬಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರ ಅಲಾವ್ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಅದು ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಇರ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರ್ಲಿ. ಎಕ್ಸಮ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರ ಅಲಾವ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಡ. This is the point you remember. Okay. This is problem number 10. And I already solved 8 problems. Out of all the problems, I'll solve 15 problems only, and remaining problem I'll dictate. Now, 15 problem ಮಾತ್ರ ಬಿಡಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಈಗ 8 problem ಬಿಡಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇನ್ನು 7 problems ಬಿಡಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ನನಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಬಿಡಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು ನಾ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಡಿಕ್ಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ, ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ, ನೀವು ಬಿಡಿಸ್ರಿ. You solve the problem. Example number 11. You see the example number 11. From the following particulars of an individual, compute gross total income. Here is the question related to gross total income, not relating to income from other source. They asked to calculate gross total income. Gross total income means it is the total of 5 heads income. Remember this. Gross total income means it is the aggregate of 5 heads income. What are the 5 heads? First is salary. Second is house property. Third is business. Fourth is capital gain. Fifth is other source, whatever you are studying now. Okay. So 5 heads total is called as gross total income. In this problem, you have to calculate 5 heads total. You have to calculate 5 heads total. Then you see the first one, income from business. Income from business. Is it a first head, second head, or third head, fourth head? Which number? Income from business ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ ಇದು ಯಾವ ಹೆಡ್ ಇದ್ದು ಅದರ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದು? Yes, anybody? Income from business. Out of 5 heads, you have to take in the which head?
Income from business.
Income from business. It is the third head income. Okay. Then second is computed, long-term capital gain. Long-term capital gain is relating to which head? Out of 5. Long-term capital gain is the fourth head income. Business income is third head. Long-term capital gain is fourth head. Then royalty received on copyright. Royalty received on copyright is relating to which head?
Income from other sources.
Income from other source. Okay. Interest on bank deposit, term deposit. Is it relating to other source or not?
Yes.
Interest on government security, other source. Then dividend from cooperative society, other source. Okay. Then rent received on hire of tractor and equipment,
Other source.
other source. Rent from house property, income from house property. Okay. Income from house property. Then fire insurance 200, repairs 800 are incurred on tractor and equipments hired. Totally 1000. 1000 totally amount is there. Insurance and repairs. Incurred means it is a expense. Is it allowable or not? Okay. 200 rupees. The internet problem is here. So please you adjust and have certain patience. My net is not clear. And suppose you are not visual or my lecture is not clear, you go through the YouTube after the class. I'm trying my level best to present it, but because of internet problem, I'm facing the problem here. So these two expenses are allowable. Okay. Out of these 4 heads, which is the first head? Out of incomes given, A to HI, A to I point items, which is the first head of income in the given information? Huh?
Income from house property.
First, you calculate income from house property. Okay. What is the rent received?
10,000.
10,000 is the rent received. Okay. Then you have to explain the rules and regulations relating to computation of income from house property. How to calculate income from house property? First, we take municipal value, fair rental value, whichever is more. Thereafter, we take the standard rent and compare that. Then whichever is less, we consider. Thereafter, we take the rental value Okay, so on. But only one thing is given in this problem, rental value. That rental value consider as gross annual value. Gross annual value. Gross annual value is 10,000. Then what is the deduction? What is the first item of deduction in the gross annual value? ಏನು ಕಳಿತೀರಿ?
30% of annual value.
I'm asking about in the gross annual value, what to deduct. First step
Standard
is you
deduction.
calculate the gross annual value. In the gross annual value, what to deduct?
Standard deduction.
That is, we deduct in the annual value.
Municipal tax.
Municipal tax you have to deduct. First, you calculate gross annual value. In the gross annual value, you deduct municipal tax. Municipal tax is not given in the problem. Then you deduct the third one. So you make 3 columns. Okay. You take 3 columns. In the 3 column, the gross annual value. Gross annual value. Gross annual value is 10,000 or annual value is 10,000. You write in the middle column 10,000 and less deduction under section 24. Under 24 deduction, 24 section, you deduct 30%. Okay. 30% of annual value. 10,000 is the annual value. 30% of this is
3,000.
3,000. You deduct 3,000. Whatever value comes, this is called as income from house property. What is the value? 7,000. In the particular column, you write first head income from house property. Income from house property, first head. Below that, you write gross annual value or annual value 10,000. Deduct 30% standard deduction, remaining 7,000. This is the first point. Clear? Then come to the second one. Which is the second one? Thereafter, after house property, which head comes?
Income from business.
Second head, income from business. Second point, income from business. What is the amount? Income from business,
35,000.
computed value is given in the problem. Income from business directly given in the problem. Not there is no calculation. Okay. Income is given. 35,000 you take outer column. In the outer column, you take 35,000. Okay, 35,000. Next head.
Income from capital.
Third is capital gain. Capital gain. What is the capital gain long term?
10,000.
10,000. Okay. 3 heads completed. 3 heads completed. Next head is income from other source. Income from other source. First head income from house property. Second head income from business. Third head income from capital gain. Fourth head. You write fourth head other source. In the other source, what is the first item?
Royalty received on copyright of books.
Royalty received is 10,000. Okay. Royalty received is 10,000. Royalty received, first point. Then second point.
Interest on bank deposit.
Interest on bank deposit. Interest on bank deposit is
5,000.
Is it 10,000, 5,000, 10,000 or 5,000? 5,000. 5,000. Next, interest on government security. Interest on government security is 10,000. Okay, 10,000. Then next is dividend from cooperative society. Cooperative society dividend 3,000. 3,000 is the dividend from cooperative society. Now you take the total. What is total?
28,000.
28,000 is the total. This is gross other source. Okay. In this 28,000, you deduct two items. One is insurance 200. You write deduction under section 57. Less deduction under section 57. First is insurance 200. Second repairs 800. You deduct 1,000 total. What is the income from other source?
27,000.
27,000 you take to the outer column. Okay. Then you take the outer column total. What is the outer column total? First 3,000. Sorry, 7,000. House property. Second 35,000. Third 10,000. Fourth 27,000. You tell me the answer. 7 plus 35 plus 10.
Eighty-two thousand.
Huh? 35 plus 7, 42. 42 plus 10, 52. 52 plus 27.
79,000.
79,000. 79,000 is the answer. 79,000 is the answer. Okay. ಈ ರೀತಿ 3 ಕಾಲಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ನಾ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ಆನ್ಸರ್ 79,000 ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬರೀರಿ. You solve this one. Come to the next problem. You see this problem. Srimati Anusha submit the following particulars of her income. Particulars of her income. Family pension from the government of Karnataka 12,000. 12,000 is the family pension received. Okay. 12,000. The family pension amount comes under the other source. And what is the deduction regarding this? Nim table da kotti en yaru bypass madidren. Family pension deduction. What is the deduction relating to family pension amount? Huh? The deduction is 1/3 of that amount or rupees 15,000, whichever is less. 1/3 or 15,000, whichever is less. 12,000 is the pension received. Then 1/3 of that. What is the amount?
4,000.
4,000. 4,000 is the allowable. Okay, 4,000 is the allowable. Then what is the taxable income? First point, 8,000. 4,000 is allowable. 8,000 is taxable. Then you see the second point. She has written a book on botany, on which she gets a royalty of 15,000. She gets 15,000 royalty. Okay. 15,000 royalty is income from royalty. She spent 3,000 on books, stationery, typing, etc. during the previous year. And this 3,000 is relating to writing the book. So it is relating to royalty. 15,000 is the income, 3,000 is the allowable expense. What is the net income?
Rupees 12,000.
12,000 is the income from second point. Then come to the third point. She has received remuneration for doing invigilation in the university exam work 1,000. Invigilation means supervision work. University supervision work, remuneration 1,000. It is taxable. Direct amount 1,000. There is no expense. Third point. Then next point, she has received paper valuation remuneration. Paper valuation remuneration 1,800. 1,000 is for supervision. 1,800 for valuation of papers. Okay. And she spent 75 for postage. This 75 rupee is relating with the income. 1,800 rupee income. She spent 75 rupee for postage purpose. 75 rupees. And which were reimbursed by the university. What it mean? 1,800 remuneration received. For receiving the 1,800 rupees, she spent 75 for postage, postal charges. And that 75 is reimbursed by the university. And you tell me that 75 is a expense or not. 75 rupee expense ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲೋ. If it is expense, it is allowable. If it is not an expense, then it is disallowed. ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೋ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಕೇಳ್ರಿ. 1,800 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಪೇಪರ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬಿಲ್ ಬಂದೈತಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 75 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಪೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಖರ್ಚು ಬಂದೈತಿ. ಆ 75 ರೂಪಾಯಿಯನ್ನ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಅವ್ರು 3 ತುಂಬಿದಾರು, 3 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರಂತ. ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಅವ್ರು 75 ರೂಪಾಯಿ 3 ಕೊಟ್ರಂದ್ರ ನಿಮಗೇನಾದ್ರು ಖರ್ಚು ಆಗ್ತೈತೆನ? ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊರಿ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತು ಇಂಥ ಬಹಳ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ. 1,800 ರೂಪಿ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್. ಟು ರಿಸೀವ್ 1,800 you spent 75. That 75 is reimbursed by the university, means again repaid that amount. ಅವ್ರದ ನಿಮಗ್ ತುಂಬಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 75 ರೂಪಾಯಿ 3 ತುಂಬಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರ ನಿಮಗೇನು ಖರ್ಚು ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. That 75 is not a expense to you people. First you paid and then you reimbursed from the university, means then there is no expense. Therefore it is disallowed. If it is not reimbursed by the university, then it is allowable. Remember this. So 1,800 is the third point answer. Valuation remuneration. The next point is she could not furnish any explanation for rupees 1 lakh found in her locker. In her locker, 1 lakh rupee found, and she could not furnish any explanation regarding that 1 lakh rupee. What do you mean by this? ಏನೈತಿ? 1 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಲಾಕರ್ ಆಗೈತಿ. Okay, 1 lakh rupees in the locker. It is found in the locker, And let us consider at the time of search warrant of the income tax department, and 1 lakh rupees found in the locker, and she could not furnish any explanation for that. ಆ 1 lakh ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಎಲ್ಲೇದ್ ಬಂದೈತಿ ಏನ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರು ಕೊಟ್ರು ಏನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಆಕೆ ಏನೂ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಏನೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡದ್ರಕ್ಕ ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾನಂತ ಹೇಳವ್ರ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್? ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ?
Income from undisclosed sources.
Income from undisclosed source. This is called as income from undisclosed source. Income from undisclosed source. Remember this. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಅನ್ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರ ನೀವೇನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಅನ್ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ 1 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬತ್ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೇನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. You give the explanation, and if the explanation is satisfactory, as per explanation, income tax department take the action. So this 1 lakh rupees income from undisclosed source. Okay. Next, interest credited to her saving bank account in Mysore. Interest credited to SB account in Mysore, 800 rupee. Mysore Bank. Interest on SB account of post office is exempted. Remember this. And bank account is not exempted. You take this 800 rupee. This is 800. Then next is interest credited to recurring deposit 10 year. 10 year recurring deposit account and 10-year cumulative post office deposit rupees 2000 respectively. Post office 700 and rupees 2000. Here are the two. One is interest credited to her recurring deposit account and 10-year cumulative time deposit in post office. 10-year cumulative deposit is exempted from tax. And recurring deposit is taxable. 700 rupee. The first 700 is relating to recurring deposit and 2000 is relating to 10-year cumulative time deposit. Okay. Compute the income from other source. What is total?
One lakh 24,300.
After giving deductions,